So Mark, for Infinera, what is your SDN and NFV strategy?
For Infinera, when you look at SDN, we can sum up our SDN strategy in 2 words: multi-layer automation. If you look at the promise of SDN, what it's trying to do for service providers, it's really trying to simplify the operation of their network through a controller that is automating flows through the network. At Infinera, we believe for those flows to go all the way between data centers, across countries, across oceans, the optical layer needs to be automated also. So we've automated the optical layer to be able to be automated from higher level controllers. So multi-layer automation is taking the optical layer as well as the packet layer and then automating them for SDN.
A lot of carriers want multi-layer packet, optical integration, the multi-layer management, so I think you're on the right track.
What the integration allows them to do is reduce the number of elements in the network and reduce the number of expensive network elements. Right? By bypassing the most expensive network elements, you're able to lower the cost of transporting your data across the network. And we're seeing a lot of carriers being very interested in that.
And I think you're referring to routers are much more expensive than optical equipment, but I'll say that.
Thank you for saying it. Yes, indeed. If you look at the different parts of the network, there are parts of the network which are higher margin or much more expensive for carriers to deploy. So they need to be selective about when and where they deploy those, use them where they get the maximum value, and then where they're transporting data long distances, use the most efficient method for transmitting that data.
Speaking of long distances, what are you doing in Asia?
If you look at last year for Infinera, it's been a great year for us. We had great expansion around the world. In EMEA, Andrew Schmidt from Infonetics said we were the fastest growing provider in Europe. You guys have just named us, Infonetics, the top optical vendor for the year. Part of that is from our expansion in APAC in 2013. We saw a lot of great traction from service providers that are upgrading their network from 10 gig to 100 gig in the core, and we're seeing that expansion continue in 2014. So Infinera is expanding our investment in the region by expanding our efforts, talking to customers across Asia Pacific.
Asia Pacific's unique with a lot of different countries. It's a region, but only a name. It's a lot of different countries with 2/3 of the world's population, but some of the most advanced networks in the world in Japan and Korea and in China. You're taking advantage of those opportunities?
Definitely. We're seeing the opportunity in Asia to be broad-based. And as you said, I like to joke that Asia Pacific is not a country, right? When you look at Asia Pacific, there's a lot of many unique, very specialized markets, and a couple of them are doing better than others in terms of investing in new technologies. We're seeing Korea, Japan, India, all examples of countries that are investing in their infrastructure to make a better experience for their users.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
Good
Great
to talk
chatting
with you again.